as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. For Josh Jacobs, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Second and 12 at the 23-yard line.
At the 23, it's second and 12.
From the gun, Jackson. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down.
First down, Carolina.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
That is definitely what we call a defense and uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Now Jackson. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. This play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
And a Panther first down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Jacobs now. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
10 yards.
Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy
let him pick up the first down.
They go play action here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Max Crosby in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Jackson from the shotgun. This one brought in by Jefferson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Jalen Reagor, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same way. They've got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
And we're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
Their own 28-yard line.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Allen will try again on 2nd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 from the 44.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Ball carrier.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And Ingram holds it in. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Panthers 7, Buccaneers 0.
Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down.
Matt Gay on for the field goal. a 57-yard attempt.
And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 27. A man coming off back-to-back 2,000-yard seasons. Here's Jonathan Taylor with it. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Panthers' 28-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Allen going to throw deep for the end zone. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Darnell Mooney, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Will Lutz on for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
The game at 7. Will Lutz set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
The ball carrier.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Jackson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard.
They'll run the toss here with Taylor. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Taylor, the ball carrier.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. And he won't get much. maybe a couple down inside the 35 and the 34.
Fletcher Cox on the tackle.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Throwing is Allen on third. He's going to fire one deep. And this is caught. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Dawson Knox, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bucs have taken the lead.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do with good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.
Lutz with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Taking it about the 1. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here.
They're trying for Rager, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jerome Baker. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up first and goal at the 5. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
It's a gain of a yard.
Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Taylor.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. And I guess that's where you turn on 4th and goal to your muscle back there. Hand him the football. He does the dirty work.
I think you're asking a lot of your defense there, right? Having to make the stand, have to prepare for just about any type of play to be called. And then here comes the power right at you. On that play, the big man got into the end zone.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, A lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
First down.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. From the gun, it's Allen. And this will be caught by Mooney. And some room to work. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
First and 10 at the 30.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Now Lutz for the field goal try. This from 54 yards away.
A 54-yard attempt.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Past the 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two. Shy of the 10.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10. Back to Taylor on first down. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. Johnson. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to third and 10.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
They go to Johnson again. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to fourth down. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run it with Jacobs. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 39, Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Brings up 2nd and
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. From the gun, Jackson throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
4th down.
And they'll go right back to Evans. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
1st down, Panthers.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big pickup of 38. They'll look to run with Evans. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Darrington Evans, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have got it back to a 1-score game. He's got it, and it's 24-17.
Makes the score Buccaneers 24, Panthers 17. Matt Gay set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Again, it's Taylor. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Taylor, the ball carrier.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
57, Mike, 57. Watch the twist, watch the twist. He's checking. Middle. Switch.
And now they'll throw with Allen. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Ross Blacklock just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
30-yard line.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
33. Watch the screen.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They will look to flush the memory of that pick 6 as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the 4th quarter. Getting down to the good stuff. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Jonathan Taylor, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are going to take the lead. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right and up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. Looking for his running back, and he's got him.
7 yards on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Jackson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
At the 42-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jackson, flush to his right. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Try to run for it with Jacobs. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
It's a gain of 3. And the Panther.
Now Jackson on first down, eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Panthers.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Forced out to his left. Incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. To throw again, Jackson. Flushed out right. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a first down here. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. From the gun, Jackson escaping the pressure, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
A 10-yard loss on the play. It's 2nd down and goal.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a 1-score game. After the sack on first down, Jackson. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Dante Pettis. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. And he knocks it through.
That ties the game, 31-31. Matt Gay set to kick off.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. To throw is Allen. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And got his man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's one heck of a third down conversion, a pickup of 39. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Taylor. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Second and 6 with the ball on the 7. Taylor. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. They run once more with Taylor. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Chandler Catanzaro for the Buccaneer field goal. A 20-yard attempt.
Now flags come in before the kick. Clearly there was contact. Who was at fault? So it was the defense that jumped, and that'll move them 5 yards closer.
I wonder how they did it. I wonder if they twitched a little bit up front, you know, a little subtle head movement that the officials didn't detect, but they got it done. Now they're 5 yards closer for their field goal attempt.
And Lutz's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They go play action with Jackson. Finds his tight end Ingram.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed.